Hi, Dakota.
Ooh, hi, honey. Ooh, welcome back to Trade.
Charade or Trade. A show where we discussed sex questions from the internet.
How very exciting. People have sex and they have questions about it, and that's what we're here to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Now, we answer these questions not because we're health professionals, but because we're sexual professionals. We know all about sexual things.
Yeah, and because we just want to do it. So why don't you just sit there and you fucking take it in, okay?
Okay?
Welcome.
Yes.
Wow.
Round. All right, before we start, my cat is trapped and I gotta let her out so that she doesn't meow.
5 minutes later.
I heard a meow.
Let me out, daddy.
Mhm.
Release me.
I knew the meow meant I'm trapped. I just didn't know where she was trapped. Good. But I know her meows. Okay. So yeah, we're ready for our first question. Are you ready for your first
Honey, I think I'm ready for the first question.
I'm ready for the first question too. Okay, here we go. Balls. It's always about the balls. Our first question comes from a viewer who is not all about the balls. They asked, my one fuck buddy really likes to suck on my balls when he's blowing me. It does nothing for me, and sometimes I feel a bit weird. I've mentioned this in the past, but they keep going back to them the next time. Our sex is really amazing otherwise, and I don't want them to stop hooking up with me. Is there any way I can kindly get them to change their oral habits?
You know what you could do is you could send them my way because I love having my balls sucked on. You know what I mean?
Like having your balls sucked on?
A-okay with me. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. That is cool with me. I support it. It is really a shame. It's like such a treat, especially because sometimes, you know, when you're getting close to the end, the balls like want to rise up in your cavity a bit. If they're being sucked on, then it pulls them down and there's extra stimulation as you come to your climax. I find personally so.
I'm one of the people who it doesn't really do much for me either, but I do know that there are things that do something like my nipples are super sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Are your nipples sensitive?
Yeah, if you do like a ball to nipple combo, that's like the get out of the park.
I've had ball play where it was great, but I've also had ball play where it was like could have had a V8, you know. So
Pass 8.
but I don't know. I mean, if it does nothing for you, but they're into it, is it somewhere where you can be like, ooh, this really gets them off and that be what's hot about it? Because like there are parts of sex where we should be considerate of our partners when something is not harmful to us, but is a total kink for them. There are ways where we can make like little bends and compromises and shit like that. I think that's cool.
Well, maybe if this person doesn't like their partner sucking on the balls, just direct their head a little bit further south and get them to lick on your taint in your hole, you know, while they're stroking your cock. So then,
I love shoving
anything for you.
I love shoving someone's face down when they're like trying to like just lick on my dick or something, and I'm just like shove it down into my butt.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Like
But
on the pussy for lunch.
eat this pussy for motherfucking lunch. Hey.
Spread de bussy.
Yeah. Should we go to our second question?
All right, let's do it. An anonymous question about a not so anonymous topic. Color me intrigued. This anonymous viewer says, I'm really into the idea of public play or masturbating in public, but I'm worried to actually try it myself. I don't want to get caught or get arrested. Any suggestions on how to safely practice public play? You know, it's all about the timing. It's all about the environment. It's about which way is the wind blowing? You know what I mean? Because when it's right, but when it's wrong, it's inappropriate. So you
Yeah.
really got to like walk a fine line to be stimulated by the public play aspect of it without becoming a registered sex offender for getting caught masturbating in public.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, public play. I love it personally. Are you into it?
I'm totally into it, but I'm also really terrified of being caught ever. So like
Yeah.
the times that I've done it have been very rare. And I'm like kind of like, get in, come, go, you know.
Yeah.
But the kind of public play that I'm more into is like sex parties and
More
like
exhibitionist stuff. And my recommendation for this person would be to like go to a sex club where you can fuck in public
right.
and like find the nuance to cruising, you know, because cruising is an art and some people just like take to it naturally, and other people they need to learn the nonverbal communication aspect of it. So
Also,
practice.
I wouldn't want to tell you anything that got you arrested because then I would be like, fuck that.
That's bad advice. Yeah, that's bad counsel. And so, you know, just be discreet and make sure.
Well, I mean, there are places, there are sex parties, there are sex clubs, there are sex resorts, places where that allow public play, you
Mm,
know. And I would suggest those as a start. And
yeah.
then maybe you'll meet people who will know the best like waterfall to fuck behind, you know, or shit like that, you know?
If you're at the gym and you want to like do something with a guy, have another person being a lookout to be like, "Grr, grr." So you pop the dick out of your mouth and get back in your shower or whatever you got to do.
Dakota is an expert on getting his dick sucked at the gym, like an expert.
Mm, yes, there's an art to it. And also it's like motivation for going to work out, right? It's a little treat for afterwards. Speaking of treats, let's go to our third and final question.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad we're on our last question because I need to take a bathroom break. And speaking of, user Let It Be 333 has a question about holding it in when you just want to let it go. The past couple of times my partner has been fucking me, after a few minutes, I found myself needing to pee. I don't have to pee before sex, and most of the time I don't say anything, and the feeling eventually just goes away after a while. While I've been lucky so far, I'm worried I'm eventually going to pee during sex. Is this normal?
I say go for it.
It actually, I'm not into water sports, but it actually is pretty fucking normal. I have fucked people until they peed before. It is a thing that,
I think it's sort of like it's like compliments to the chef in a way, right? It's like good job, you fucked me so hard I peed a little bit. Or like if you're fisting a guy, like you will definitely every now and then like force a little bit of pee out because you're pushing so hard on the guts, and that's probably why this person has to pee during sex because their guts are being rearranged. You know,
yeah. Oh, I need my guts rearranged.
honestly.
Oh, honestly.
Yeah, and if it's a thing, then like maybe put down a little pee pee pad, put down a little tart. You know, maybe you got pee pee, put down a pee pee pad.
It just would fuck if it sucks if you're a missionary, you're getting pounded and then you just.
Yeah. Or like if you peed on the thing and then they like stuck your nose in it and spanked you with the newspaper like a dog.
You sound like
Which could
it's this sounds like this happened to you, Dakota.
no, but it might happen in one of my future productions.
There you go.
One of our friends is about to play like be in a porn where he's the dog and he loves his owner so much that he turns into a human and they fuck. And it sounds wrong,
Yeah.
but it's gonna happen because money.
Well, that was another exciting episode of Trade. Where can we catch you?
You can catch me on Halloween running around bare naked with just this mask on.
Mm-hmm. Chic.
But also I'm on Instagram, Dakota Payne Official, Twitter, and other stuff is Dakota Payne XXX.
And I am on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Honey Davenport Official, and on Twitter at Honey_Davenport. And that's where you can catch me. I'm easier to catch than an STI.
That is true.
All right. Well, until next time.
And honey, if anyone has questions, what do they do? If they want to send in any questions for us.
They send in questions to tradetvquestions@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, that sounds right. Oh,
Yeah, that sounds about right. Did I do right? I good. I'm
it's,
totally guessing.
see you next time.
See you next time. Peace.
I'm a dinosaur.